Hi. My wife Shelley wanted to add a bench with some storage in front of one of our windows. Rather than building one, we decided to look around and see what was available. We found this at our Home Depot. It's a Martha Stewart Living storage bench. It's the right size and the right color. And it says down here that this can be assembled in minutes. Today we're going to give that a try.
Bob opens the box carefully in case we need to return the bench. The pieces are tightly packed and all seem to have survived the trip from China.
Even though the product is sold here in America, it was built in China, or manufactured in China, that is. It's going to be built here in my kitchen.
Each piece is marked, making for easy sorting. According to the directions, you should also arrange the pieces so the finished edges and surfaces are facing in the same direction. As you assemble the bench then, it's easier to make sure the finished sides are facing outward and upward, and you don't see raw edges or surfaces.
I've taken everything out of the box and checked that it was all here against the parts list that they gave us. Nothing's been damaged. They even gave us a tool to build it with. However, the box says that we're going to need a hammer and a screwdriver. Now we're going to start the timer, and let's see how long it takes me. Following the directions, of course.
Bob first inserts long dowel rods into the two holes to either side of a part labeled D, a horizontal divider. He attaches the divider to one of the two part E's, which are vertical dividers. He attaches the second divider. Note the raw edges of the vertical dividers are both facing in the same direction, upward. There are two part C's. One is the top panel, the other the bottom panel. Bob lays out one of the pieces so the bottom of the panel is facing upward. He knows it's the bottom because of the holes in each corner. The holes are for large cam locks. Insert one into each hole so the arrow on the top of the lock is pointing outward toward the edge. The arrow on the lock should align with a hole in the edge of the piece. Do the same for the second part C piece. For the supports, use the small cam locks. Again, point the arrow on the locks toward the outer edge. Attach one of the panels to the assembled pieces. Line the holes in the panel with the holes on the edge of the vertical dividers and use the supplied screws to fasten the panel to the dividers. Note all finished edges are facing upward and outward. Also note the location of the horizontal divider, the first piece in this puzzle. Bob is attaching the bottom panel now, so the large storage space will be on the bottom. Now we see the top panel. Again, line up the holes in the panel with the holes in the vertical divider and attach the two. Notice you don't see the cam locks in the corners. This is the top side of the top panel. Attach the two remaining part D's, the horizontal dividers, pushing them onto the long dowel rods. This creates the storage grid. Next, prepare the side panels. Part A is the left side panel. Part B is the right side panel. Bob starts with the left-hand panel, inserting dowel rods and thread cam posts into the panel according to the diagram in the instruction booklet. Repeat the process for the right-hand panel. attach the left side panel. Align the dowels and cam posts in the panel with the holes on the edges of the assembled storage grid. Push with just enough force to move the panel into the assembly. Turn the assembly on its side and install the supports, one along the back side of the top panel, the other two at the front and back of the bottom panel. Line up the holes on the edge of the supports with the dowels and cam posts, and then tighten the cam locks. With the two bottom supports and back support in place, Bob installs the right-hand panel. He uses a hammer to reinforce the connections and uses a piece of cardboard so he won't damage the finish. And finally, attach the back panels to the assembly. Face the unfinished sides of the back panel outward toward you. Fit them tightly together, and using the supplied nails, attach the panels to the bench.
21 minutes, 51 seconds. Now let's clean up and see how this looks next to the window.
Thank you, Bob, and thanks to all of you for watching. Have a happy and safe holiday.
At least that's what it says. It also says that in French and in Spanish. So from Quebec to Mexico, we know that NAFTA works. And the product was originally built in China, or manufactured in China, so I guess it is international.